Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy Malik back at it again with another video. Peace and blessings. I'm stepping in for the check-in. For today's video, I wanted to talk about job search, job hunting strategies, and give you some advice based off of something that a close friend of mine is actually going through. So when you're in the job market, the typical thing for people to do is to just apply to a million different jobs at once with no real rhyme or reason to like what they're applying to. And their main thing is like, I just want whoever's going to take me, right? And so what they do is they go through the traditional channels of submitting an application via the tool, and then they just wait to hear back. I do not recommend using that strategy. In fact, I actively caution against that for a number of reasons. The first being that when you're going through these automated tools, it's more likely for you to get auto-rejected. People aren't actually checking what's coming through those tools. And there's really no real feedback loop after you submit an application, right? Like you can apply, but you don't really know when you're kind of like waiting in limbo. So in that way, you're not really in control of what's happening with your job search. So I don't think that you should just be applying to things and just waiting to hear back. I think you need to get on the offensive with your job search and be very, very, very aggressive. So what does that actually look like? The first thing is that you want to take a very focused approach. Like, don't do the shotgun thing where you're just spraying like, yo, whatever it hits, that's what I'm going with. What you want to do is you want to take a tailored approach. You want to identify what are your top 5 companies, right? And this should be based off of whatever your which industry you're interested in, which specific roles you're interested in, what subject matter that you're interested in, and how do you want to like grow in the next phase of your career, right? Like, where do you want to be next? What are you setting yourself up for? Once you ask yourself that questions, you should be able to identify your top 5 companies, right? So first, start with that. Get your top 5 together. The next thing that you want to do is be like, all right, I got these top 5 companies. I'm going to be hyper focused on the specific job that I'm applying for. And you want to apply to the same job at all those companies. And then challenge yourself to get in touch with 5 different people who are actually at that company. Okay? Challenge yourself to actually get on the phone with 5 different people. I'm walking up and down these steps right now and I'm like, whoo, I gotta catch my breath. But challenge yourself to get in touch with 5 people. And the reason that's important is you want to get in touch with 5 people who have some direct level of influence on the job application process. So whether that's the actual recruiters for the job, whether that's people who are on the team that you're actually applying to, or whether that's like people who are in that general department, try to get on the phone and get to talk with people on a personal level for five different people at each of those companies, okay? And those conversations, they have 2 purposes. The first purpose is to actually gather intel and information on the company, the culture, how it operates, and actually use that to inform your job search strategy, how you position yourself, how you answer those core questions. And then the second reason behind that is to actually start selling yourself, okay? So you actually want to use those meetings to show people that you're prepared, that you're the best person for this job, and then that they should actually hire you, okay? So you want to get in touch with those people there, have those conversations, and use that as a way to gather intel, use that as a way to sell yourself. And I think that if you're doing that, you should also make sure that you're getting a referral as well, right? So like, if you make a good impression, don't feel afraid to ask someone, even if it's like a cold contact, someone you don't know personally. Don't be afraid to ask them for a referral. Just like ask them, can they put in a good word for you if they felt comfortable? Because they actually get an incentive out of that too. At most of these large companies, if you refer someone and they actually get hired, they get a bonus, right? And so people want to actually refer strong candidates. So if you come to these meetings prepared with good questions and you sell yourself well, a referral should be not even a thing, okay? So like that's another key thing that you have to do. And so what you're doing now is like, instead of going that traditional shotgun method and applying to everything under the sun. You're taking a very focused approach and you're hitting them at multiple angles, right? You're talking to people on the inside, you're talking to recruiters, you're getting a referral, and you're continuing to apply through the traditional methods as well. And so you want to just continue to be pushing until you get on the phone with someone. And if you're doing all of that and you're actually qualified for the position that you're going after, you should definitely have an interview by the end of that process. And if you're not getting interviews, then that means that there's something wrong with your funnel, and you need to think about how can you optimize that funnel? How can you reach out to more people at those specific companies, right? How can you get more feedback on where you actually are in the application process from the recruiters? How can you now increase the number of opportunities that you're applying to, right? And so you increase the opportunities, then you increase the people that you're talking to at each of those companies, and you try to get actual feedback, and then you continue pushing out content. If something good happens, update them. If you reach a new milestone, reach back out. Try to stay in touch with people, because what you'll realize is that all the top candidates that are like going after these jobs, they're not going through the traditional methods, and they're leveraging network. Like, your network is your net worth, right? Like, that's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. And people are the ones that can actually make things happen for you in business, in life, in anything. People hold all the keys. So like, if you want to actually see results, like, try to ask yourself, how can you leverage people to help you get there? Because people have the network, people have the power, people have the ability to influence decisions, right? So those are the types of things you need to be thinking about. Because like, if you're trying to just go through a computer, it's more likely than you're going to be weeded out. But if you can actually get face to face with someone and you do all the things that you're supposed to do, which is, i.e., know why you want this specific job, know why you want to work in this industry, know why you want to work for this specific company, know what experiences have prepared you to actually succeed at this company, have your personal story on how you got here and where you're trying to go, have that all mapped out. Make sure that you communicate your passion. Shout out to that guy. Make sure you communicate your passion and your enthusiasm, and your level of preparedness. If you do all of those things and you're sitting across from someone and they feel that, you're guaranteed to get the job no matter what, because that's what they're looking for. They want someone qualified, they want someone prepared, they want someone who matches their energy, they want someone who aligns with their unique company culture and mission. So that's what you need to do to actually move mountains for you. And I've seen this process work time and time again with all the people who I've coached. So if you're someone who's like looking to pivot, looking to get a new job, but you're not seeing results, ask yourself, where is the problem actually happening along the funnel, and what can you do now to troubleshoot that part of the funnel, right? If you're doing shotgun, get focused. If you're already focused, talk to people at the company. If you're talking to people at the company, improve your questions, improve your pitch so that they can actually like you and advocate for you. If you're doing that, then you need to actually make sure you're getting the referral. If you're doing that, then you need to go back to the beginning and then start all over again, or increase the amount of people that you're talking to. And then once you actually get in front of someone, then you can focus on telling your story, showing intention, showing why you want this specific opportunity with this specific person, showing what you've done to prepare yourself in terms of your past experiences. And if you do all of that, I think you're guaranteed to get the job. So if you're someone who's on the job search, I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to check out the podcast, 2 Sugars, No Sleep. Definitely subscribe to that. This ambulance is definitely messing up the ambiance of the video, but c'est la vie in the city. But check out the podcast. If you're interested in more stuff like this and you want to join the community, check out the Inner Circle. We'd love to have you. Own your power, give back, leave no stone unturned. Black Lotus, out. Hey, I'm glad you liked the video, man.